Today we're going thumping. People all the time, they go fishing with jigs and they want to use light weights. Well, today we're using 3/4 ounce weights and we're pounding that bait off the bottom. I'm going to be throwing a football head and bass are going to eat it. Actually, there's a tournament on the body of water today while I'm fishing. Most of them are going to be dragging tubes. Try something a little different and watch. These big giant smallmouth are going to annihilate this bait. Oh, I love it when you first get out first thing in the morning. One of my most exciting things when you first get out here and you're full of anticipation, don't know what the day is going to bring. That big weight, it just gets down there and boom. And it's a reaction strike, you know. Normally with a jig, it's a real subtle, the jig just hits the bottom and the fish sort of investigates it. But with thumping baits, heavy baits like this, what happens, that bait goes down and that fish sits and smokes in on it. Sort of like if an apple falls from a tree. You can imagine when an apple falls from a tree, if it just sort of floated down, it wouldn't get your attention. But if it thumped down, you turn and look, and that's what those fish are doing. They're looking at it and they're eating it. There we go. Yeah. Oh, he dropped it, man! Came up and smoked that bait and dropped it. There's fish. Oh, man! That's two now. Two of them. Two of them kicked my butt. I don't like it. You know, lucky. I think he's back. Hi. Welcome to Facts of Fishing. Seeing the fish? They're kicking my butt. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to see someone catch a fish, maybe tune into another show. But right here, you can watch me get really frustrated. There's fish. Oh, yeah. Come here, dude. You are not near big enough to give me a hard time. Oh, little guy. Look how he ate that title shot. Boom. Just smoked it. Little guy, they get a lot bigger than that, but I'll tell you what, sure is a good way to start the day. Get back in the water. What I'm doing here is putting a gulp goby on here. That big head bouncing along the bottom, and as you can see, they're eating it. The real nice thing about fishing heavy weights, thumping your bait down there, 3/4 ounce weights, is you can feel every single thing that goes on down there. I mean, I'm using braided line, so you got extra sensation, but with that heavy weight, it's just boom, 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 pounding off the bottom. There's fish. Oh, yeah. I absolutely love how they smoke these football heads. Oh man, all these guys are out here fishing with tubes, and you know what, tubes work awesome, but I always like to come to an area, oh, stay away from my drip sock, you big mule. I always like to come to an area and try something different. Oh, you see this mule? Oh, I'm getting the net. Oh, look at the size of that mule there, brother. Whew. Oh, you think that jig's stuck there? I tell you right now, people are out here and they're throwing tubes and you're gonna catch fish on tubes. But I always like to have a little ace in my pocket, and it's something different. I can guarantee you, hardly anyone out here is throwing football heads like this. Oh, look at that thing. What a mule. Oh. He sees those football heads and looks, and eats it every single time. Whew, thank you. And I'll see you. Man, oh man, that is awesome. 6-pounder, ate that title shot jig. Oh, let's get back in the water and grow. Oh, see you later. Oh, you don't think I'm having fun yet? Oh. I'll tell you one thing you definitely got to get used to when you're thumping heavy jigs like this, 3/4 ounce jigs. The fish act totally different. A lot of times you're fishing a tube or whatever on a 1/4 ounce. I mean, that fish will swim around, do pirouettes, do whatever. Oh, I got one. Are you? Come here. Oh, he dropped it. Thought I was cracked up to be hosting a fishing show. I tell you, I could have caught that fish if I was concentrating. Anyways, like I was saying, when you're fishing heavy weights and stuff like that, the fish act totally different. If they're eating a 1/4 ounce weight, they'll hold on to it for an incredibly long time. One thing I find about these is they don't hold on to it quite as long, because you gotta imagine they take it in their mouth and they realize it's heavy and they spit it out in a hurry. So you gotta be on the ball, you gotta use the right rods, sensitive rods, and I throw them always with braided line and 100% fluorocarbon leader. I like the braided line myself personally because it has no stretch, so you feel a lot more. You feel that subtle boom, and you can get on them real quick. And then I put the fluorocarbon leader on. Why? So the fish can't see the line. And as you can see, they eat it, but I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to you, you were having popcorn, you were doing whatever you're doing on the couch, and I missed that fish. So, I'm gonna get back to fishing now. Let me catch this one. Where are you? Oh, it's a big fish and he's gonna go under the camera boat. You know, people think, I want a TV show. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I have a camera boat and I have a giant smallmouth bass, and he has swam around the camera boat's trolling motor. So these are the trials and tribulations of hosting this show. I got him. Oh, he's out of the camera boat. I got 9 lives with this fish. Not bad. Right again. See how it ate that title shot jig? Just smoked it. You can get a tussle for a little fish. Oh, back in there. That was the hardest fighting 3.5, 4 pounder I've ever caught in my life. Little guy. You were much, much too small. See ya. Oh, I hit my bail over on the hook set. Did you see it? That was probably, pretty sure it was a 9 pounder. That was the breaks. Tell you what, do yourself a favor. Grab yourself a bag of football jigs, get out there and thump yourself up some fish. Another nice one. Not a bad day thumping your butt. Get out of here. We're thumping this football head in about 36 to 40 feet of water. And I'll show you one of the most important things when you're fishing in deep water like that is this Kumara I'm using here is 7.5 feet long. The reason I go to a long rod like that in deep water like this is it's got more line pickup. When you get a bite, you don't have to set it as high. So you get, when you pick that up, it's got that extra 6 inches. A lot of times I fish in a 7-footer, but when I get into deeper water, I want a long rod. Nothing better than heading out for these things and thumping up some big old bass. This could be a good one. Oh man, oh man. Oh, I got him. What a mule. Get out there and thump yourself some of these big beasts. Look at the belly on that thing. Oh, 6 pounder, 5 pounder. Not a bad day at the office. Let's let him go. There he goes. Whew. Tell you what, big football heads like this, as you can see, the fish eat it. Everybody's always talking about lightweights, you know, 1/4 ounce, 8 ounce, let that bait fall down. And you know what? It's got its place, but definitely thumping the bottom. That bait, that football head goes, thumps in front of those fish, they eat it. I love it. Whew.